you will.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. All right, I
Thank
set the recording up so that
Okay.
we'll see.
Which Valencia are you?
I'm in the Shores.
Oh, okay. I'm in the Isles.
Okay, good. Well, we want to get as many people as we can from all the different Valencias.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm going to go get a few more things while I'm waiting for the rest of my class to arrive.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh,
Take
look
your
who
time.
we got. We got Troublemaker. She's using her picture. Hi, Louise.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Good, good, good. So Peggy's
What-
getting herself organized, and this is our first studio production.
We're going to have a wonderful and enlightening lesson.
Well, we'll see.
She's so talented. I ought to put myself on the screen. So I think I have to leave and come back so that you can see me.
Well, you could do that.
Okay. Oh, is there another way?
Just click video. Start video.
Yeah, start video, and you just start your video. There you
Oh, there you
go.
Hi. How are
Hey,
you?
Louise.
Who's there? Hi, Pegs.
Hi, I haven't seen you for a while. We need to do a socially distanced dinner again.
Oh, okay. Are you up for that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just a little bit neurotic right now. Barry, I
That's a
made
new
Barry
boyfriend.
cancel his dentist appointment.
Oh, we have canceled everything unless it's an emergency.
Yeah, he's like, I think, and when they called, they said, what can we do to make you feel safe? I said, change the appointment.
Next year, see, you know what? It's so crazy. Hi, Ronnie.
I went for a cleaning and I felt okay. She was wearing a mask and a guard, plastic.
I'm just too nervous right now. They'll call me back in a month. We'll see what's going on in a month. But when did you go for your cleaning?
Probably a month ago.
Okay, well, a month ago, the numbers weren't so spiked.
Right.
Right.
Well, right
Of course.
It was calmer. So I don't think I know you, Ronnie.
No. Hi, I'm a last minute joiner and I'm not really prepared. I just saw the link, so I'm going to just watch today.
Okay.
Yes.
But I like crafts, so I've done decoupage and glass fusion and stuff like that. So this is something different.
Well, I can manage a scissor to cut myself with, but I'm not very
Louise,
crafty.
if you cut yourself, that's one of those emergencies that you can take yourself to the hospital.
Well, thank you. I'm not going.
Well, if you brought your needle and thread, you can stitch it up.
Oh, well, you know what? I keep butterflies in the house. I'm very good at butterflies.
Good. I'm glad you have butterfly bandages.
Tell me, Ronnie, which community do you
I'm in
live?
Valencia Isles.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Where are you?
At the Shores with
At the
Peggy.
shore? Oh, okay.
Wasn't Irene at the Isles too once upon a time?
She was. Have you been at the Isles for a long time, Ronnie?
Yeah, over 6 years. Well,
I think Irene's been here for that long.
Irene Kaplan.
Do you know Irene Kaplan?
No, she was here already.
Okay.
yeah. We really are bummed because, we had our clubhouse closed for a renovation and a legal disaster and whatever for 2.5 years. And finally it opened for a month or something, and now the virus. So.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
isn't that...
you poor people.
I feel badly for you.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we're only closed down since March, so I'm never going to complain about that. I think it's really important that we stay closed until we get a handle on everything. And
is your pool open?
Our pool is open, but with registration for attendance, and we have quite a large pool, and they allow 18 people for 45 minutes, and then 15 minutes of cleaning the handles, the chairs that they put their clothing on. And then the next group comes in. So there are three groups a day or 4 that are allowed in. And in the early morning, they have 3 sessions for lap swimmers, also by registration. So there's never more than 18 people in the pool for social walking, not talking.
Right. Well, ours
So-
is similar, but no, they don't have any chairs or lounges or any place to put your clothes, I've heard. I haven't gone.
Well, where do you
So
put
I understand that, but people are kind of, well, where are we putting our stuff, you know, so.
where do they put their stuff?
I don't know, I guess on the ground, because there's no chairs or
No,
anything.
they just put enough chairs to put your things on, and then that 15.
Can't hear, lost Louise, just have her picture.
She'll get back.
Okay, I sent you the book, and I'll be at the front door. I'm taking a class. Okay. Okay, bye. Sorry, it's my phone and my iPad are all connected. God forbid it should be one of my kids. They're also non-busy. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're
Well,
unfortunate.
I will say that one of my granddaughters, who was the one I would have least expected, calls almost every day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the other grandkids, I've been told that if I call them, they're more than happy to talk to me, but to get them to pick up the phone to call is not as easy.
Yeah.
And Barry talks to his grandkids almost every day because his grandkids are younger, and they need a break, their mother needs a break. So Barry provides comic relief for his daughter.
Oh, that's wonderful. But no, we, you know, our family's quite large, so we get at least one call a day. I think they've planned it that way so that we don't.
They take
turns? But nobody lives near us. The closest one is 750 miles. You ready to start your class?
I'm gonna wait 5 minutes and give anybody else a chance to come in.
We have Margaret here. Hi,
I
Margaret.
see.
I'm going to pick up my bananas. My neighbor's bringing them to the door.
Well, go get your bananas. I ate mine already this morning. I'm out.
What community are you in, Margaret?
I'm in Reserve.
Oh, okay, I'm in Isle.
There's not too many from Reserve. Very few. So here's the book I'm reading now. Can you see the title?
Jews without money.
Hello. It's a great book.
Who's joining us?
Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, how are you?
Perfect.
Oh, she's got her shirt. She's ready.
I'm ready too. Here's a schmata to use.
That's what I wanted you to use, is pick up a schmata, something you don't mind messing up. And if you love it, then you can always make another one with a nicer shirt.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait till
Louise gets back,
Louise gets back.
and then we'll get started.
Barry, where's your t-shirt?
You'll see it in a minute.
In preparation.
I used his to as a sample because it's nice and big that I could play on.
Very nice.
She wants to play on?
I don't want to see everybody.
It's not on him. I'm just playing on the t-shirt.
Well, you know you can't sew when he's wearing it. You can't sew something on a person who's wearing it.
Well, you
If
can
you do, you have to
a string.
chew on a string. That's what
You
my
have
As long
to
as you
chew
put
on
a
a
thread
string.
in your mouth.
put a thread in my mouth. Yeah.
Oh, we
I
all
know.
had the same mother.
The same Bubba Mansa. The same Bubba Mansa.
All the Bubba Mices, yes, absolutely. That's funny.
So
I can't tell you how many times I would be sewing something and my mother would come along and hand me a string and say, put it in your mouth, chew on it. So you don't, you know why? So you don't sew up your scents.
Yes.
oh, this is going to be a comedy hour.
Or at least Jewish Bubba Mices.
So you guys are the guinea pigs of our first ever Valencia Lifestyle club or class. And the intention was to do this a couple of times in July, adjust it, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do for August and going into the fall. So I thank you all for being here, and good night. Oh, no.
Thank you for doing this.
I'm sorry?
Thank you for doing this for us.
Well, we'll see how it goes. And if you guys like it, I have some other stuff planned. The first one, I wanted to do something that nobody had to go buy anything. Everything was in their house. So I'm going to get started.
No, I actually have something else to say, just for you to, because I have to do the advertisement.
Oh, I got it.
So this week is going to be Peggy Alperin, my partner in crime. Next week, Nancy's doing...
Nancy Cronenberg is doing Rugalach.
Rugalach.
Wonderful.
So we're going to work on Rugalach. Third week,
Rugalach story.
I'm sure. Well, that's the whole idea. The third week, we're going to try and do something for the guys, but that doesn't mean women.
Is the Rugalach for the guys?
Yeah, well, it is for afterwards, right?
You tell him, Julie.
Exactly.
Joe's face lit up when he heard Rugalach.
So the third week will be sports talk, and the sports talk is going to be best and worst World Series. So talk to anybody that'd be interested in making a comment about the Yankees, the Red Sox.
Or that have memorabilia that they want to show.
Exactly. And then we're also going to have Denise is actually also going to do a class.
She's going to do Grand Body. She does it's exercise, but very mindful exercise, all very positive, using your own body. And she's very good at it.
And then over time, if you guys have other ideas about these classes, let me know. What we're doing is, in order to have these set up, we need a couple of audio video pieces of equipment like microphones and cameras, stands, etc. So we're not spending a lot of money, but Peggy has graciously purchased some of these items to make it work, or else
well, the little camera was like $29, $30.
Yeah.
So you're not talking about a huge expense.
So if you guys have ideas and you want some, either to do it within Valencia Lifestyle, great. If you want to do it with other ideas or other groups, let me know. We'll be more than glad to talk about it. So without further ado, this advertisement is over.
And I'm gonna do the shirt.
And then the show.
Okay, for those that he just did tell you and those that don't know me, I'm Peggy Alperin. I live in Valencia Shores. Barry is the original idea guy behind a lifestyle. So whatever he wants, he gets. So I'm doing the art class. I'm going to, Barry, if you can tip the camera down.
Louise has disappeared for a moment.
That's okay. Tip the camera down so you can see the shirt. So we're going to do a few things with this funny shirt. It has two shirts here. Just so you know, I stuck the t-shirt over another shirt so that way, one, you can do that if you wish, or two, just to be able to show you what it looks like. Most t-shirts, if you wash them, will not fall apart. So we're going to cut fringes on the sides. We're going to do a little smocking like this over here. I'm going to show you on these parts here. That's why I needed you to have a pencil. I did these in permanent ink only because the pencil wouldn't show up. I had a few other items around the house that I thought would be fun to do. I have lots of yarn. I weave. So yarn is always in good supply. So we made some bows. I'll show you how to make these bows and make them tight so that they don't come apart when you wash them. If you happen to have some these happen not to be from my underwear, but because I have lace here. But if you happen to have an old pair of lace underwear,
Peggy,
worn out,
Peggy, move your hands down, Peggy.
Sorry. If you happen to have, thank you. If you happen to have some old underwear, you can cut the lace off of the underwear and add it to a t-shirt. I'm all for recycling. I happen to only wear cotton underwear, sorry. But in the process of weaving, I make taluses. And
I was just gonna say that.
this was from one of my granddaughter's taluses. Okay, so let's get started. Here is, I'm gonna fold this over here for right now. And here is the shirt that I'm working on. As you can see in this particular case, I don't know if you can see it, but it has some holes that had developed in the shirt, so it's a perfect shirt to play with. And what I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna turn it toward me and then I'll turn it away. On the one that I did here, I only cut the fringe on the front. I did not cut it on the back, but you can do whatever you want. You can cut it on both sides. So you need a sharp scissors. Sharp scissors, okay? The only thing you need is your own imagination and how far apart you want the cuts. They can be a ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch, whatever it is, it's only by eye. You don't have to have any kind of talent other than to be able to use the scissors. And if you don't know how to use the scissors, we'll send you over a tutorial.
How about a remedial cutting class?
Yes, we're gonna have a remedial cutting class. So I'm only going to cut half of this one right here, just so you can see how I have done it.
And some not doing the same for the shoes.
So if you guys are working with me, which I hope you are, I want to see what you are doing. And I can actually see you guys pretty well. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to turn it around and just show you that I've cut fringe on just part of this. And I'm going to keep going the rest of the way across the front of this one. So if you are doing it with me, follow along and cut away. Now, there is another thing that you can do in these. If you wish a little different kind of a look, there are a few things you can do. You can do every other one of these and tie a knot in them, so that you have some knots that look like that.
Hi, boo-boo.
Can you see what I did? So it just gives you another look. You can tie a knot in it. Or if you don't want to do a knot in it, I'm going to go back to this one. You can cut out every other one. So I'm going to cut out every other. So this is basically your shirt, whatever you want to do. This is a great cover up. Like I said, I used Barry's shirt. I guarantee you he will never put this on. So it will become my shirt. And if I'm out by the pool, it's just something to throw on. So I've cut just the every other fringe on this to give you that look. Okay? The other thing, if you want, that you can do is you can pull these, if you can see what I'm doing, and it stretches them out so that it actually curls a little. So you
Somebody using a sewing machine?
Oh, I don't know.
But it sounds like
But you can see how this curls a little. Barry, can you get that so they can see it?
I can see it.
Okay, so it kind of rolls up when you pull on them. So I'm gonna pull on these and you will get this very kind of cool curled piece.
Nice.
Okay, so it's just another way to do it. So there are all kinds of ways that we can do this. I'm going to take one of these that I took off right here and stretch it. And you can see, if you want to cut one off, you can see how it will automatically curl up from stretching it. So when I did a hat one year out of polar fleece for one of my granddaughters, I did that on all of the fringes, and she just loved it. She thought that was the coolest thing since sliced bread. So, okay, I'm gonna finish cutting across on my shirt. And when you guys are done cutting across, let me know.
Are we gonna have a fashion show afterwards?
If you would like.
Probably not.
I think this is the beginning of a YouTube channel.
Okay, so I have cut across this one. I'm going to tie knots in this one, every other one, just so I can show you what that looks like.
Uh-oh.
And the trick with tying a knot is when you tie your knot, you want to hold it at the bottom where you want the knot to tighten to. So the knot is tightened right at the very bottom of the shirt.
Mine,
I'm going to do that again.
Something's put under this.
So I'm going to make my knot.
I'm so not doing what they're doing.
I'm going to hold my knot down all the way to the bottom of the shirt and slide it in. And now my knot is right at the edge of the shirt. Hopefully you guys can see that. And you can tell everybody you missed our class what class they missed, and too bad for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I ask you a question on a different subject, but it's
Sure.
about tying knots? When you have your mask and it's too big, you know, on one ear, I try to tie the knot, but it ends up not being,
It slides off.
it doesn't go, you know, it just doesn't tie in the right spot, so now I can't wear it. So how do I get the knot to be at the end by my ear? Same thing.
Look, wherever you want that knot to end up, if you put your, I've got this set here. I don't know if you guys can see what I have done here, but I want that knot right in the center.
We see.
So I am actually holding it on one side, and it just pulls, and the knot ends up exactly where you want it.
Okay.
You just have to make sure to hold the spot that you want the knot to end up on, and slide the knot right into it.
Gotcha.
It does take a little practice, just so you guys are aware. I was an event coordinator in real life before we moved here, and doing all kinds of creative centerpieces and room decorations and stuff.
You and Boom Boom would have been good together.
You learn a bunch of tricks of the trade. So I'm still doing every other one of these.
Just clean it
The other thing that's kind of cool about this is if you get a bigger shirt and you do have grandkids, and those that do, you can make it for them. Can you see how I have tied knots in between some of these so that they're knotted?
That looks good.
So it just gives you another look. On this shirt here, I did the same thing on the arms. So you can do the same thing here if you wish.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so one of the things we're going to go on to do next is, if you look here, I did these on the shoulders, but I took my ruler. You can see here, it's easier to see. They're about 1/2 inch apart. This is not an exact science, guys. Nobody here has to measure 1/2 inch apart, but they're about 3 inches long. So if you take your ruler and you measure from the end of the ruler
Thanks, Liz.
about 3 inches, and then just move up what looks like about a 1/2 inch, and then again, so that you end up with 4 lines. Okay? Has anybody ever done any smocking before?
No.
Okay, well, you're about to. So I'm going to take one of these, and the idea is that you can put as many of these on your shirt as you want. Just remember where, I'm going to bend down here, where the boobs are. Okay? You don't want necessarily to have a boob poke through. Okay?
Well, two. B-I-N-I-N-G.
This is where sharp scissors really matter.
D-I-N.
Okay? I'm going to
D-I-N-E-T-T-E.
cut
One,
a little
yeah.
tiny hole in one of my lines. I'm going to finish it so that I cut it in both directions. So I have my slit. There's my first slit. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
Yep.
I'm going to finish all 4 slits. How's it going there?
Fabulous.
Working out okay?
Oh, it's marvelous.
What color shirts are you guys using?
Baby blue,
I heard white and blue. Was it a baby blue?
dark blue.
Dark blue. Okay, so I have my 4 slits cut into this shirt. You will notice that on the drawing that I did here, I did some X's. The X's, and if you have a pencil, I would probably put it on so you know which one it is. So the top little space here has 2 X's to the side. The next one only has 1 X, and then 2 X's. The reason for that is you're going to need your needle and thread. And I threaded a bunch of needles just in case, so I didn't have to go back and
It would
rethread.
be a good thing for Whitney to take, for the
So
baby.
the first thing you want to do is start with the middle one that has the 1X, and you want to kind of fold it over and make a stitch in it.
See, this I need to stitch.
And just make 1 more stitch. You can just go right over the top. You just need something to hold it in its place. And you see what I've done here? And then I'm going to go all the way around. Here's my needle. I'm going through the hole. I'm coming back up through my loop. I'm holding on to my loop. It's the same thing as doing a knot till you get all the way down to the shirt and pull tight. And it will give you a tight knot. I'm going to do that one more time. Underneath the hole, through the loop, hold on to my loop. It's on my finger until I get all the way down to the bottom and pull it through. Now, if you want to embellish this little tchotchke more, then you can take a button. I have a little cup of buttons. So I'm going to take a button. I think blue looks good. I'm going to put the button through the thread. And go back down the other side. Come around. This one you don't have to worry about because I'm going to show you the back. Can you see the back? Barry, I may need you to get a little closer with it. So I'm only going in the button from the back. Go in another hole of the button. I'm never going back in the fabric. I'm just going around the fabric because it's a pain in the butt to go in the fabric. But that way you end up with a button that's right on the top of it. Okay? I'm going to do it one more time. And then I am going to make a knot on the back side. And then I'm going to make my knot. And this time you do need to go through the fabric. Again, for the same reason that I did before, I'm going to go around my string twice. Here I come in, wrap the string around it a couple of times. I'm holding on to it, that little loop, until you get all the way down to the bottom and your knot goes right at the bottom. And then I'm going to cut it loose. And so far, you now have that. Now, you can take the other two little flaps, do the same thing here, except this time you're going to do 2 to the side. Understand? Anybody have a question? No questions.
For me, this is like when I was a kid and I used to watch Drawing with John Nagy.
I love him. Yeah, he was great.
And I'm doing the same thing now that I did when I watched that. I watch it. I never had any talent to do anything as
well,
creative.
These are just fun. You don't have to be talented. Right. You don't have to know how to sew.
I can sew.
I am going to show you here. I did do a cross stitch X. I did it in an orange, so hopefully you guys can see it. But you can do around the edges of the neck. You can do cross stitches. Does everybody know how to do a cross stitch, or do you want me to show you?
I know how.
Okay, so whatever it is, you can just embellish it whatever way you want. Now, I told you I was going to tell you about bows. Here's my yarn. It is my least favorite color yarn, which is probably why I have a big ball of it. I'm going to cut a piece of the yarn. I'm going to find roughly the middle. I'm going to make 2 loops. I'm going to cross the loops over and tuck one underneath. This was, as a child, the way my mother taught me to tie my shoes when I first learned. I'm going to make my loops a little bit bigger just to stretch them out. And I have this bow here. Then I'm going to take the 2 loops and I'm going to make a knot with them. If you don't, your bow will come apart in the wash. So good. Hold on to the 2 loops and just give them a tight tug. And there I have my bow. And you can make the strings as long as you want. Now, to make it prettier, if you have 3 or 4 colors of yarn, just make it like you're making one bow, but just collect them together. So I have 2 here, and then I can make the 2 loops. I'll cut these a little small. Do what I say, not what I do. Yarn is cheap. You can always cut so I have 2 here. I'm going to make my loops. I'm going to cross my loops underneath. That one actually is my string.
So much fun.
I'm going to crisscross them again. Come through. You pull tight. And you have a doubled piece of yarn loop. So then you can just stitch these on wherever you want on your shirt. Like I said, if you have lace underwear that's fallen apart, take the lace off and cut some pieces of it. Stitch them on the shirt. On the sleeve, I also made a space that you could do the same thing that I did with the smocking on the sleeves. You know, when I did this at first on the tops, I didn't stop to think about where, since this was Barry's shirt, where my boobs would be. So it might be a little low for my bathing suit. But it's just fun. Does anybody have any questions?
Nope.
So if anybody can hold up so far what they're doing, I'd like to see it.
I have to
Reading
admit,
my mail.
You're reading your mail? Is your mail like your shirt? Which kind of mail are we talking about, Louise?
Well, this is the most important. Can you see it? Why can't?
Hold on a second.
I can't see it. I want to. Your most important mail is Doug. So be careful how you word that.
Okay, mine is very simple with a lovely little bow
Hey,
and lots of fringes.
So what is this? A secret? What is that? A vote? A secret vote? That's good.
Yes, everybody should vote.
I got my ballot in the mail today.
I think ours is here too.
Okay.
I should be getting
All
mine.
right, let's see what yours looks like.
Wait, I have to say that I didn't follow your instructions because I made something different. So you want to say?
Yes.
Hold on a second. Who's that?
No.
Who's
Wait,
speaking?
hold on. How can you see it?
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
wow. Oh, fancy schmancy.
Wait a minute.
Wait a
What
second.
did you do? Hold it up.
Let me see. Do it again.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
why I heard a sewing machine.
No, I didn't.
Wow.
I glued everything.
Oh, you glued everything.
Oh, that'll come out great in the wash.
Oh,
I'm very happy with my elegance.
It's fabric glue, so it'll look so
Oh, it's fabric glue. Fabric glue will hold.
fun.
Oh, what a
Very
good
nice.
job you did.
Oh, I like the frills
I'm
too.
so excited. Something
So
that
I know who's going to
actually
teach one of our
wear.
next classes.
All right.
This is so fun.
We have a bow on Margaret's.
Margaret, what do you
Let me
got?
see,
I
Margaret.
got a little bow and I fringed my sleeves and I fringed the bottom and I'm keeping it simple because since my boobs take up so much space, I didn't know where to put anything where the boobs
Yeah,
are.
I have that problem on my shirts too.
Right, so I felt I didn't want to be emphasizing more than necessary.
I think it's great. This was our first class. I am so glad you guys all joined us.
It was so much fun.
I hope it was fun.
Good
You're a very
job.
good teacher.
Thank you. And I hope that I'm going to spend a few seconds just showing you some of the other things.
Here, I'm going to move the camera back up.
Okay. Ooh. Can you move it so they can see me, not my boobs?
That would be nice.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Okay.
Nice kitchen.
Thank you. Love my kitchen.
It's a
Love my kitchen.
magnificent
It's
kitchen.
gorgeous.
One of the things that we're going to work on, I'm not sure if this is going to be our next project, but this bowl came from the dollar store. Okay. So any kind of bowl that you have, you can use. These also are called gems. You can either order them online at Amazon, but the dollar store sells them for a bag of them for $1. I get 3 or 4 bags just to be on the safe side, to know how many. I don't know how big your bowl is going to be. You will need to get something. I'll put all this out. You'll need something called E6000. It's a type of glue. And we're going to put these on. You can get different color gems so that you can make a pattern on this. And then you can put your plant, a little plant in it in your kitchen. Any extra gems that you might have, you can put around the bottom of your plant. And it'll just be pretty. Just a little fun, something to do. if you don't want to go to the trouble of going to pick something up and you don't have gems in your house, if you have some old plates that are kind of chipped or whatever that you don't want to need anymore,
Smash them.
take those plates, put them in like 6 layers of paper bags,
And smash them.
gently take a hammer, break them into pieces, just pound over it, and then carefully, Louise, so you don't get cut, take out the pieces, and you can use those and we'll mosaic the same.
Oh, yeah.
You'll mosaic over the bowl and it will have something fun to put a plant in.
I love that.
So that's going to be one of our next projects. And I had one more that I brought over. So when you guys go out for a walk, start looking for some flat stones. Most of us have some stones in our yard for landscaping or whatever. Look for a few of them, a decent size. You want them flat. You can get either, this is acrylic paints, an inexpensive set, and I did look last night.
Acrylic what?
Acrylic paint.
Oh, paint.
Paint. Michael's does have like some really small sets of stuff for $3 or $4. They had like a 20% off or something, so it doesn't come to a lot of money. Or you can get, and I will also send that out, they are pens that are acrylic paint pens, which are easier. We're going to do mandalas on there. So if anybody doesn't know what a mandala is,
They're magnificent.
they can go look it up, and you will have this, like if somebody wants to leave you something, especially right now with all the COVID going on, and you have a bench outside your door and they want to leave you a check or an envelope, you have this pretty little rock that you can put people can put stuff underneath it. So those are the next 2 projects that we're going to do. I'm not sure in which order we're going to do it, but
They also have stencils if you don't want to do freeform art on Amazon for mandala rock painting.
right. And there's also, I'm going to send you guys a link for these tools that dot. So that if you are using an, I think it was about, don't quote me on it, about $8 or $9 from Amazon. It was a set, and you can dip the end of these little dots in. I actually have them because I use them on my fingernails, not the acrylic paint, but I use the dotters to make polka dots on my nails. But you can dip it in the paint and do your.
Of course you do.
And it will
Is that diamond art? Isn't there, diamond art does that? It's called diamond art.
They do some of it that they have little beads.
Yeah, they're really little.
And put on. But if you do that and it gets wet outside, I don't think it's going to survive.
Oh.
You can certainly pick up little beads and stuff to do it with. But this, if we do acrylic paint and you put it on your bench or whatever, it will hold up outside.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
Okay, so that's what's coming. That's what's coming. So you can tell people that those are what they're doing. Look for a small bowl, whatever you have. And like I said, I happen to have a couple of these. I'm going to do one up. I had 2 of these. I bought these at the dollar store a while ago, so I don't know if they still have this particular one. But I often bring a plant to somebody's house when I go there. And so these were just cute little bowls that I could pick up and put a orchid in it and bring it as a little house gift. So,
I would put Doritos in it.
okay. All right.
I like you better than Peggy.
All right. Well, you can have your Doritos. Barry asked me in the middle of the night where I hid the Oreos, and I told him I wouldn't tell him where I hid them. So he would prefer Oreos in this bowl. Literally in the middle of the night, he woke up and he said to me, "I'm going to look for where the Oreos are." I said, "You won't find them." Well, thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I hope
Peggy.
that you guys had fun.
Yeah, this was really
I do
fun.
have a question. If we do this again, would you like to do this on Tuesday at 1 o'clock?
I have no problem with it.
That's good for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Tuesday, 1 o'clock's good. I have no canasta games.
All right. So the second Tuesday of August is the 11th.
Hold on.
So if you want to put in your calendars, August 11th at 1 o'clock, and we'll work towards that, and you guys can tell your friends, and we can work towards that as being the next get-together of the arts and crafts class.
And what I would like you guys to do is to please finish up your shirts, if you have not, and wear them to the class so that we can show everybody who didn't show up what they missed.
Right, I like that idea.
Peggy,
Yes, love.
you're not busy enough, so I'm going to bring
She's
you.
saying that as I just
Bring you a
ran
craft.
an auction for National Council of Jewish Women. I am
Right.
VP of fundraising, and I
But-
just ran an online auction where we
Right.
raised about $2,600. So,
But
you know,
to-
we're trying to do things. Barry is especially trying to do things to get people involved in all the communities so that we have so much in common. You know, we all live in Valencias, and it's never been done before, surprisingly. And so this way we can make connections with people in the other communities. And
That's great.
I think it's a lovely idea. I'm going to give him kudos for it. That's all he's getting. No Doritos, no
Oreos? Give him an
Oreos.
Oreo.
He is getting kudos.
Oh, I thought I was going to get Doritos. All right. Well,
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Have a
thank
great
you.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Nice to meet you
Bye,
all.
ladies.
Yes, nice
Nice
to
to
meet
see
you.
you, ladies.
Bye.